Welcome to Box Wine Therapy, where the wine is cheap and the therapy's priceless.
We're two best friends, a couple of moms, and professional oversharers here to spill the wine and real life. I'm Kayla.
I'm Hannah.
Now let's get it started.
Welcome, everybody, to Box Wine Therapy.
We're back. I'm back.
Kayla's back. No more gay husband.
Yeah.
For me. You just get.
I was laughing. Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
He's like, gay? Like, well, you look a little fruity.
When you wear the colors you like to wear, that's what you get.
Pink is his favorite color. Adding feathers to the cuff, that was my idea.
Oh my gosh. Well, as you know, we are in a new location yet again.
Look at this beautiful bed, though. It's
I know.
beautiful. It's so bright, airy.
I'm so excited. So we had to randomly move suddenly, but it's all working out for the best. I'll share a little bit more of what last week was like for me and Keith, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago that this all started. But
Started 2 weeks ago, yeah.
yeah, I just got this new bed frame. The bedding is new this year too, and it just feels like us. It feels like me.
Feels like a better mix of the two of you and not so like bulky man style stuff.
Yeah. And so it kind of worked out because moving into this new house, it's actually like 200 and some square feet smaller than what our last one was. So when we got our furniture in here, it was like, oh, the big leather sectional doesn't fit and also broke on the way. But that was like, it's a 30-year-old couch that was hand-me-down for us, and we used it till it just couldn't thrive anymore. So
Till it couldn't be used again.
Yep. So it worked out. We got another used couch that's really nice and again more our style, I think. And then this, I'm thrilled. I think it's all kind of working out, which is good.
The tub.
Oh,
it's always my favorite part of other
Yep.
people's homes because so Rusty and I in our old home in College Station, we had a giant corner tub. It was wonderful. It was the best thing in the world when I started dating him.
like jacuzzi. Did it have the bubbles and stuff?
Yes.
Or jets, I guess.
No, I don't think it had jets.
Oh.
No, it's just a corner tub, which I don't like bubbles. Like
I don't
that.
either, actually. I don't want to
It
feel
irritates
that.
my skin.
And I'm like, all that sediment is getting in there anyway, so you're just blowing off the dirt.
Yeah, and then you got to
onto
clean
you.
it.
Yuck.
But once we moved to where we are now, this house didn't have a big tub. It just had a regular tub, and it sucks.
And it has one tiny little tub. And that's, I mean, I feel like even the Minnesota tubs aren't as small as that tub.
One. Yeah.
That's like a kid's tub.
Yeah. And so then Kayla's old house, every time I'd come over there, I'd just bring an extra pair of panties and I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go take a bath now.
And we're both the same where we like to take long baths.
Full hour.
And we want to like scroll on social media, have a glass of wine.
Not
just
be interrupted by any children,
Yeah.
husbands, anything.
And I get that rarely now.
Yeah. But at least when I come here, I
But-
can do it.
Yeah.
And I just saw her tub at the new place here. It's a double wide.
Yeah. So
I
we
said,
did both.
Oh my gosh, we could both take a bath side by side.
Yep. It was great. It's great. And I've been in that thing almost every night. It's amazing.
So I told her, I said, next time I'm here, you know where you're going to find me.
Yep.
Can you imagine the kids can play in there too?
I know.
It's an extra pool.
Yep. I know. It's great.
Exciting.
It's awesome. So a couple weeks ago, everything seemed to hit the shit hit the fan all at once. Basically.
Within 24 hours.
Yeah. April 1st hits, you know. No, actually what it was. So we have reached out. We knew our contract for our rental was coming up. The 60 days, whatever. I actually thought it was 90 days this whole time. So I had Keith reach out to our landlord way back and on the 90-day of like time frame.
Mhm.
And we were like, hey, like, we want to renew. Can we renew again for another 2 years? Let's talk numbers, all that kind of stuff. No response for 3 weeks until whatever that was, March 30th. There was something that was like the 60 days before our lease was actually up, which is June 1st, by the way. And that'll be important in a little bit here for a date. And our landlord's daughter, she's a realtor. And so she was the one that texted us and said, oh, by the way, we're not renewing the lease. And we're like, what? Can we, like, we talked about buying the house before, like, do you want to sell? And they're like, no, we're not ready to sell right now. Like, we're just done. And so Keith was like, well, my wife is literally having our baby on June 3rd, like C-section scheduled, June 3rd. And June 1st is apparently our move-out date. She was like, oh, congratulations. No, we can't extend it or anything.
Yeah, like what?
I was like, are you kidding? And
that's what I don't understand. Like, so they must have had somebody they knew is already taking over the lease, already put in their time at their place and said they will be done. Because I'm like, that's the only way you would be that rude of a human and not be like, oh, at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
So then it was like, okay. Luckily, I had already kind of been thinking a little bit, like Hannah and I were talking about, like, both of us, do we move or stay in the places that we're at? And so, like, a month or two ago, I had started looking at rentals, and there was a little bit out there, but not very much. So I hopped right on again, and luckily, there's so many more rentals available. So I started looking, and I was like, okay, we've got ones that we can look at, and they have earlier move-in dates than June, because obviously moving sucks regardless, but then being pregnant and then the closer you get to the due date, suck. So I was just like, it sucks. So then I told Keith, I was like, we got to jump on it. Like, let's look at places and at least get things lined up. And
so you can at least start getting settled.
Yeah. So we text our realtor and was like, if we were able to get out early, would you like give us a month off? Like, not make us pay for May? Nope. Like, okay. So Keith was like, wow, you guys are really cold-hearted. And I'm like, don't say that until we have another place to move into, or they'll just be like,
Did he
hey,
say
you can
it?
get out now. He said it.
Woo!
They never said anything back, but I was like, that's deserved, except I don't want them to like blackball us and then we're not able to get a place at all. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
You just
They
never
can't
know.
do that. But no, like, they are cold-hearted. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah. So then we went and looked. I had made a list, narrowed it down. Well, luckily I had told Hannah pretty much right away. Like, as soon as we got that message, I was like,
Are
oh
you
my God,
fucking kidding
like,
me?
what do we do? Like, we have to find somewhere to live. And she's like, I can look at places and I'll send you a list. Do you want me to do that just to because it's overwhelming when you see thousands of things that are available,
And especially, I know how Kayla spirals, and I know, like, her brain will jump down rabbit holes and be like, well, nothing has what we want.
Yeah.
And this. It's like, just breathe. So I was like, and I love doing this kind of thing for anybody. And so I was like, if it would help, and you tell me if this is not helpful, but if it is, I'm happy to go on and look today, and I can send you like 10 homes that I think would match your criteria. And she's like, yes, please.
Yeah, I needed it just narrowed down at least, because we also weren't totally sure, like, the area. We had an idea of areas that we would like to live in, but it wasn't a set in stone thing. We just knew we didn't want to go too far from where we're at.
And Kayla and I are the same in the fact that, like, literally, if you told me I had to move tomorrow and you sent me a list of 3 homes and told me I had to pick which one I'm going to live in, yep, got it. I'll nail it.
Exactly.
And
I know. Right away, I know.
Yeah, we get, and you
either,
as soon as you see it or you get the feeling.
Yep. And so I made a list, and then I narrowed it down to 6, I think it was. And in the time, like overnight, after picking 6 of them and being like, okay, we're going to look at the number 1 tomorrow, 2 of them, boom, snatched up just like that. And I was like, oh my God, now my list of 6 is 4. And so then I was just like freaking out. But then Keith and I went and looked at what my number 1 was, and it was
disappointing.
Very disappointing. Like, could we have made it work? Yes, but it was just a vibe, like, going into the neighborhood. It was very big, overwhelming, lots of just stuff going on.
And the problem with AI now is they AI furniture and AI things into pictures, and then it automatically, like, resurfaces the picture and makes it all look, not resurface, but, makes it all look perfect and good. And then you get in there.
I was like, the carpets have not been changed, which I think is a thing for rentals. Like, I think you're supposed to have new carpets, or at least they have to be, like, freshly cleaned and nice. You could tell there was an animal there, which, fine, but, like, we don't have pets, so, like, I didn't really want remnants of a pet.
Yeah.
And then, like, because it was, like, when we had a cat, he scratched on the doorways, and that was, like, in every single room, and I'm like, oh my God. And so then it was just, like, things were not great, and because Keith knew it was my number 1, he was telling that realtor, like, okay, like, do we sign, or, like, how do we sign up?
Nope.
And I was like, I think we need to look at some other places first. Like, don't jump into this. I don't like it. And so then I'm like, it's just not the vibe. So then I went back. We got home, because I think it was either that day or maybe the day before. No, it was that day that we then got notice from my insurance, my health insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is a really big one, was no longer in network at the doctor hospital place that
they couldn't come to a negotiation.
Yeah. And I knew they were under negotiations and stuff, but you just kind of figure, like, well, that's a big insurance company. Like, that's a lot of customers. Surely it'll be fine. No. And so then I was just like, I honestly didn't freak out at the moment. when I got the news, I was just kinda like, "Oh my god, I'm so numb and in shock," the fact
Like,
that
what else are you gonna throw
we
at me?
lost our house. We lost not really, but it felt like we just all of a sudden everything was uprooted, and me being like Hannah's husband, Rusty, I like stability. I don't like change, and now you're telling me I have to change everything about
I
my
just I just
life.
kept trying to remind her as gently as possible because nobody really wants to hear it in the moment, like, "Just remember, every single thing is gonna lead you to exactly where you are supposed to
Yeah,
be. God already knows what house you end up in. God already knows where He
yeah.
has you for how many years, like, it's going to work out, I
Oh,
promise you." And she's like, "Uh-huh, okay." I was like, "You're gonna feel it. I just
yeah.
know it."
I was like, "Oh my gosh," it just was, oh, bad. So then after the whole insurance thingy and seeing the house that we thought was the one and wasn't, I got home and I bawled. I lost it. I, like, had a big mental breakdown.
Because she hadn't yet, and then she tells me the
Yeah.
next day, she goes, "Well, I had my full-blown Menti B last night,
I
and
just
I
was like,
came home and
"This
I
is awful."
lost all my shit,
Yeah.
all
And
my
so
marbles in one place."
I said to Keith, because I couldn't sleep then that night either. I just was so worried about everything. And I said, "I really need you to take the day off of work today because I am really struggling mentally and I just need
Help.
help." Like, I couldn't even function as being a mom, much less taking care of myself. I was like, "I just need your help today." Luckily, his coworkers are so understanding and they already knew like that we're going through it with those things. So they were very accommodating with all of that. So then it turns out the numbers 2 and 3 on my list of, well, actually it was 3 and 4, but they then moved up to 1 and 2 of the houses that we were looking at. Um, we were like, "Okay, let's go look at those." And we had already had them planned for Easter Sunday to go and look, which was kinda crazy anyway, but then since I had him take the day off, I was like, maybe we can go see it early." And one of those got swooped up. I was just like, "Well, I liked that one better than the one we were looking at," but it turned out the realtor that we worked with was so nice, and he was like, "I have a couple others to show you in the neighborhood that I think you might like as well." But we got into this one, and it was like, immediately, this is home. Like, we walked in the door, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is it." Like, I feel it's a good vibe. It feels safe, comforting.
Yeah, even when I pulled up, I was like, it was the prettiest backcountry drive over here,
Yes. There's some
and the
hills, which is
neighborhood's
nice.
beautiful and hilly,
Yeah.
and it's just so bright and airy in this house compared to the
Yeah.
other one, and I don't know why, but yeah, it just feels bright
The
and
privacy, like,
yeah,
there's
love the
fence, but then,
privacy.
like, there's a really high fence because it's a hill up on the other side, and so the neighbors that I've seen walking have all looked very nice. We haven't met anyone officially yet,
Yeah.
but because we're still in the move-in
I saw the lady
process,
next
but
door putting a stroller in the
oh, you
back of
did?
her
I
car.
heard her kids
Okay.
outside, and I see they have,
You're like,
like, a li
"Hello,
I know, I'm like, "You can be my friend."
hi," on a trampoline. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I'm like,
"Hey,
"If I stand on my hill, I can kinda see into their backyard, so"
hey, oh, I was just, weeding
Yeah.
this upper part. How are you? Would you like to be friends? I don't know how adults
I
do
don't know how to
this."
make friends, but I think it might be step 1 like this.
Hi. Have
Peeping
you
over the fence.
we got that's one video we should try to make is I've done one. I've seen one that was like, if adults made friends like little kids, and it's like they just walk up and they're, "I like your shorts. Thanks, I like your shoes. Do you wanna go sit over here and pick flowers with me? Yeah? Cool. Do you have a snack? Yeah? Great." And they're friends. And I'm like, if you could offer me a snack,
Yep.
and ask to pick flowers in the grass, and I will say yes.
Well, like we talked about before when you mentioned how sleepovers nowadays
Yeah.
and the moms get together
Invite the
too.
parent.
Yes.
I would
That's the best way to have friends, I think.
yeah.
Make 'em yeah. So,
Who
yeah.
needs friends when we have each other?
Right, I don't need any more friends. I'm just kidding. I could always use more
Just
friends,
kidding.
but
Yes.
I don't really go out and make friends myself, though.
It's too hard now.
I don't know that
We're
I mean, I really
tired.
don't know when I ever have done that.
I don't wanna be out past 8:30.
Right. Well, it's nice because your neighborhood does a lot of get-together stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to get into
This neighborhood probably does too.
I think they do,
You
but
gotta
what's
find the Facebook page.
I found it, and guess what the requirement was? You had to have, like, okay, so you have to be a resident, obviously, duh, but then one of the questions was, like, "Who was your construction supervisor or your builder of your house?" I'm like, "What the we're renting."
All you gotta write is, like,
Yeah, I did, and they got denied. I know, I was like, "Okay, this is weird," so I'm gonna try again.
just write Meritage.
They wanted the, person's name.
Bill.
It's probably Bill or Bob.
Bob Nelson.
Yeah. Is that a common name down here, though? Like, let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe more like maybe more Bill,
Jose
William.
Cabrera.
Probably Jose.
And that's not racist. I work in construction. There's
Yeah.
tons of Juans, Jose's.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just call him Jay. I don't know. Whatever. It's a whole thing. So, anyway, and then guess what? The insurance thing, they renegotiated and it all worked out. I said, "You know what? You could have just done that and not tell me for 2 weeks. Just be just work it out on your
Life
own."
works out. Life works out just how it's supposed to. We just
Yeah.
have to have patience and let go and let God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still
Yeah,
in
I
the
don't like
process.
that
I
one.
don't like it. We're still in the process of moving our stuff from the old house to the new house. We're almost done. Like we literally have one truckload left, and like all I have left there at the old house is wall decorations because I didn't want to worry about that stuff and where to put that yet. I needed other things in place first, and we got to do one last clean and everything. So.
I came here today I was supposed to help her move last weekend, but then I had the emergency root canal.
Yeah.
So that put a damper on my plans.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen. And then yesterday I'd asked her like, hey, I've been home alone with the kids since Wednesday. Do you want to go get lunch? And she's like, actually, do you want to come over and help me unpack? And I'm like, that's not
You're like, not
lunch.
really, but
I was like, I can do that. And then turned out Rusty ended up getting home till like 4 p.m. anyway. So I was like,
Yeah.
well,
you got out of that.
yeah, but here I am today.
Yeah.
But it's better.
There's
because
not much
I
like
was so tired yesterday. Brooklyn
Yeah.
woke us up at 6:30 in the morning. So it worked out much better today, even though I'm on less sleep because I slept like crap last night because 1:30 hit. And I was like, I'm going to be so tired to have to help Kayla. And then what if I'm too tired and now I know I can't nap and now I can't sleep? And that was my brain.
Oh,
And then
geez.
Brooklyn woke up at 3:30 and then it took me another hour to fall back asleep. And then Lemmy came and joined in bed and then just kicked and punched and kicked and punched and kept me up.
My
So
gosh. Fun.
luckily the caffeine isn't working. So I said, how about I bring the podcast stuff? Because I
Yep.
don't know when we'll have time in the next week. We can pound one out real quick. Probably loud, sorry. We could pound one out real quick. And then that sounds bad.
Yep.
Sitting on your bed. We
Mhm.
can speak one out real quick. And I said, let's get it done. And then I can help with unpacking. That way, if we're
Yeah.
tired by the end of that,
Then we don't have to-
golden. Then we
Yeah, there's not much to unpack really
you
anymore.
actually have way more done than I was
Yep.
expecting.
I've been working a little bit on it every single day this week, and then yesterday, luckily Maddie could go to. Oh, excuse me. Maddie went to my mother-in-law's house yesterday, and then I was like, "Hey, could she spend the night too? Because then Keith and I can just like keep hammering away, and like we really accomplished a lot yesterday and this morning. So kind of tired now anyway, so we might just hang out."
I'll do some stuff with you, but
Okay.
I mean,
Even my
I owe
brain's
her
tired.
because when Rusty and I moved, Kayla, she had moved in with us, or you hadn't quite moved in yet. You were almost moving in with us though.
Yeah.
And
We knew that I was going to be moving in with you.
it was just like 2 weeks until, and I was pregnant and like everything hurt. And I was just like, can you come over after work and unload 2 boxes with me? And if you do 2 boxes, I'll do 2 boxes. And then that's 4 today. And she was like, sure. So she did it a lot for me. So,
Yeah.
and I told
I enjoy
Rusty,
that kind of thing.
I was like, if Kayla's asking for help, that's a big deal. And it means she
Yeah,
really
'cause
needs the help. So
never ask
I'm
for
going
help.
to do it. And then, of course, he acts like I didn't tell him that yesterday. And so we're driving home from church and I'm like, okay, well, after I eat this, then I said, I'll probably come home around 4. I'll probably leave there around 4:30. And he's like, leave where? I said, Kayla's. What? Why don't you go during nap time? I said, I am going to go during nap time. I will come home. But I thought you weren't going over there anymore. I said, yeah, yesterday because you got home too late. So I
Yeah.
couldn't. And he's like, oh, well, you didn't tell me this.
The memories of these guys.
Boy.
Ugh. Man, I'm just in the pregnancy of all the cravings.
Dude, I'm not going to get you on, but I'm going to get you on it. McDonald's hot fudge sundaes.
I've never had one from there.
They built Brooklyn.
Really?
Built her. I had one.
Scoop a little French fry in there. I love French fries.
Yeah, I
with
would
the
get a
nice cream.
small French fry with a hot fudge sundae from there
Oh, okay.
every single time because the Dairy Queen that I liked closed down or stopped carrying the thing I liked
Yeah.
because I would get ice cream after my doctor's appointments. So I was like, you know what? I'll just get a hot fudge sundae. And oh, baby, I think I ate minimum 3 weeks. I was pregnant with her. They're just so good. And then every once in a while, I'll remember them. Like the other day, Lemmy was like, can we have ice cream? I was like, not today, but tomorrow we'll go get some. She's like, okay, fine. Because it was Rusty's first day gone. And I was like, and because we never do fast food like Sundays after church, we do Whataburger after church. That's our thing. But otherwise we don't do fast food with them. And so I was like, tell you what, since Dad's gone on Thursday, I was like, when I pick you up, we'll go to McDonald's and we'll get Happy Meals and ice cream. And they're like, yeah. And I got them chicken nuggets because they always eat cheeseburgers on Sundays. So I got them chicken nuggets. Brooklyn, I got them barbecue sauce. She dipped it in, just started sucking the barbecue sauce off. And Lemmy didn't like barbecue sauce for a long time. Brooklyn just stuck her hand in the barbecue sauce cup and started like slurping it up. I was like, would you like some chicken with that, Brooklyn? And no. She literally ate barbecue sauce and a hot fudge sundae for dinner.
Maddie did that with sour cream when we ordered
Mexican. I could do that with sour cream. That's so good.
Just kept like the chip was scooping the sour cream and she'd just suck it off the chip. I was like, wow.
We went for Mexican yesterday after Rusty got home. Thank God he was hungry and it was only 4:30 and I was like,
oh yeah,
old people dinner. Should we go? So 4:30, we went to the Mexican restaurant and we had chips and queso. And Brooklyn just sits there and sucks the queso off her chips most of the time. And then every like third one, once it's getting soggy, she'll take a bite. But I was like, you know what? We joke and call it prison dinners when the girls eat just bread at a restaurant or just chips at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's like a Mexican prison dinner. Like tortillas and tortilla chips is all my child ate and queso. So I was like, well, prison meal.
I think it's just a phase.
It is. I'm not worried about it.
I'm not either. Honestly, they
like fine.
It'll be fine.
You got to eat 8 pouches a day now to be full and happy. Then,
but at least there's like fruits and vegetables in those.
Yeah.
So like whatever.
Yeah.
It's all about convenience. It's fine.
At this point, I'm sick of picking the fight, and if she doesn't eat the other stuff, then she wakes up in the middle of the night. So.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all survival mode is what we're in right now.
That is life. Speaking of, can you believe by the time this comes out, it's like a month and 3 days till you have a newborn.
I know. So as of today, it's 44 days until my C-section, and I'm so excited. Can't wait.
It's so nice that it's planned.
I know. I'm actually
planned. It's in control. Yeah. Everybody's showing up that day, knowing what they're doing. Yep. Oh, that is like what dreams are made of.
I know. I was talking with my doctor because I had an appointment on Thursday, and she was like, "Are you having any Braxton Hicks or anything like that?" Or like, she called him something else too. And I was like, false labor.
Yeah, predermal labor.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah. And I said, I don't know if Braxton Hicks are painful. She's like, they can be, or they can be just not. But I was like, I'm having contraction type pain in the front and my back, but not as bad as like labor pain.
Right. It's like predermal labor though.
Yeah, it's like the couple days before when you have like
have
the
they checked you yet?
No, not crying.
Have they checked you yet?
No, not till the next. I think the next one I'll do it. Because I was 32 weeks at this last one, so.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, she was like,
when do you go weekly?
After 36, or maybe it's after 34. I know my next one is 2 weeks out, so 34, and then maybe it's weekly after that.
Yeah, must be.
So that'll be some. And she was like, luckily you won't have to feel those labor contractions this time. And I'm like, thank the Lord.
Kayla was throwing up from hers. I threw up at the very end of mine, but
I always thought that I had a high pain tolerance because with ulcerative colitis all those years, like had a lot of pain and you just kind of
have to tolerate it.
Yeah. So I was like, I have such a high pain tolerance. And I'm thinking like, oh yeah, before the actual labor contractions kicked in, like it's fine. And then my doctor had to break my water. And then it was like, holy floodgates of pain. I have never felt something so painful once those contractions started. Although no, it was even before that because I got induced. It doesn't matter, whatever.
Either.
Just extra details you guys probably don't care about. They hurt.
I was thinking about what we're going to do for maternity leave for Kayla or whatever, because at some point we will stop and have a summer break.
Yeah.
And then,
which is smart because otherwise I'm going to have like goo for brain for several weeks.
Yeah. She'll be like, what? I haven't slept in 15 days.
I have a new baby.
Hi. But I do think we should, like, I think we end it with like your birth story.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's a C-section, but still, there'll be things. Yeah.
It'll be interesting because I've never had a C-section before, so I'm excited to figure out.
And we can hold the little squish and talk about squish, little Gavin.
Yep.
And then that can be where we like take our summer break.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Oh, it's just going to be nice. And he is a mover. He is very active in here. And so.
Yeah. we'll see what he comes out like.
Yep.
It was so cute. So the girls, Kayla and Maddie, came over to our house to play with my 2 girls, and it was so funny because Maddie is not used to siblings, and
Yeah.
mine WWE each other all the time. Like there's so many times we have to be like, she's smaller than you, get off. Or Brooklyn will just walk up and just like one arm Lemmy off of the couch, and we're like, holy crap. Well, Madster's not quite used to that just yet. She will be one day when Gavin gets a little bigger. And they were all like hog piling. And then before you know it, it's like, everybody hog piles on top of Maddie. And Maddie's just laying there under the pile. And I see her face and it's like, like she's like,
I don't know if this is fun.
I don't think I like this, but everybody else is laughing. Like she just looked so uncomfortable. I was like, you guys, get off of Maddie. She's not used to this.
Yeah.
It was so funny, but oh, they were so cute just chasing each other around. And Maddie would take a break and go play blocks with Brooklyn, and then she'd go play with Lemmy again. And
And they have put the Frozen costumes on.
Yep, the princess dresses.
Yep.
And then it was so cute. They were playing in the bedroom. We were trying to get them all in their jammies. And they're jumping on Lemmy's bed and playing and giggling and like holding hands, jumping. And both Kayla and I just kind of look at each other and we're both tearing up. And I was like, oh, we did it. We made besties.
It was such a sweet moment.
Oh,
it was so
it was
cute.
it was like our whole childhood till now just flashed before my eyes of our friendship. And it was like, and I'm getting goosies, like even on my forehead saying this. Like I was like, oh, and all of a sudden you just look and there's our babies.
I know.
At like the same age.
Playing.
Getting to play.
I know. It's just amazing. And what's nice too is Brooklyn is finally also at the age where like we don't have to be so like
yeah,
you know, like they can just play and they're fine.
We can leave the room and like let them hang out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice. So nice.
Oh, and at this new house, speaking of playing in a room, it's gonna be so fun when they come over here.
I know,
because we have so it's a 3-bedroom. Our last house was a 4-bedroom, which was really nice. This one is a 3-bedroom with an office, but the office doesn't have a door, so it's just like an wide open room. So we made that the toy room because we're like, you know what? That's great. It's a play area, and I don't know. I think they're just gonna have so much fun with that.
They will. I can't wait. Yeah. And the backyard's great too. They're gonna have fun with that too.
Once we fix the grass, it's quite crunchy, and like the sticker burrs out there were horrendous. Yeah.
You call them sticker burrs?
I call them sticker burrs because they're stickers and they stick ya. And the ants. Oh, and the spiders that were here. Oh my God. So luckily I had a pest control company at the last house, which I've never really been into paying for extra things usually, but she's like, yeah, right. Huh. But that's one thing where I'm like, it is so worth it.
You've had a pool guy, you've had a pest guy.
When I had a pool. Although, you know what? We didn't have him for very long because
you had a lawn mowing company.
That was not our doing. That was the HOA required it, and they said it was part of our HOA fee. They paid for it, but we did it in a roundabout way. But no, not ever since that first house.
Yeah.
That was the spoiled house.
Yeah.
But I realized how valuable pest control is, especially here. So in the new neighborhood that we live in, I also didn't mention this is a brand new build. Nobody's ever lived in this house before. So that was like a huge selling point, and what also makes it feel really nice. But it's new construction. So you're digging in the dirt, there's bugs.
Yeah.
And so I've found many variety of spiders in this house, like even before we moved in. So I called my pest control company. I was like, any way that you want to still be our pest control people and just like transfer the account over here. And you'll never guess. They did it for free. They did like a full initial because it's kind of a big thing to like do the entire house inside and out free of charge. And then they said that they'll come and do like a touch up in a couple weeks because I said there are so many spiders here. And I've only found one live one since then.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good. The rest of them have died off, but we just have a big problem with fire ants outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's at our house.
Really bad.
So many fire ant mounts. You kill one, they just move to the next spot. It's like they all say they're supposed to kill the queen, but it never does. And we can't hire a pest control company because we have turtles. If you didn't know, now you know. We have a tortoise, 3 box turtles, a tortoise and 3 box turtles. And so we have to be really careful about like what we put out. And if we do any like weed killer or anything like that, it has to be on like the side where if it rains, it won't wash the water down into the turtle
Oh, wow.
enclosures. And like we can't put fire ant poison because it'll get into them. Oh, they drive me nuts. That's the one thing whenever I go back to Minnesota, I just like sit in the grass no matter the time of year. I'm like, look, I can lay here and nothing bites.
Right? Exactly. People up north have no idea what fire ants are, but they bite. I don't know if it's like they bite and sting you, but like we all get welts from them.
Yeah, they like bite and then inject their little venom.
And they do it like multiple.
So what's crazy is
I'll go,
if you don't notice them on you, they'll start crawling up your legs or your feet. And then it's like they send a signal and they all bite at the same time. So all of a sudden it's like, mother. And you're just like,
it's so bad.
And I blister by the next day, I get blisters from them because I'm so allergic to them.
Me too.
Oh, in Brooklyn, she got bit on her toe the other day.
Oof.
And she blistered the next day. Lemmy doesn't blister from them.
Really?
So it's like, oh, Lemmy got her daddies. And Brooklyn's
so is
just
the
like
blister,
me.
so like Maddie gets a little like white pussy top thing.
Yeah.
That's a blister?
Yep.
Because that's what I get too.
Yeah, that's the blister they cause.
Yeah. She was out with Keith outside just for a little bit. And then he's like, she found the fire ant pile. 12 bites on one tiny little toddler.
And what's crazy is toddlers and babies seem to not cry.
Oh, she did.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I was going to say, Brooklyn and Lemmy have never just cried from like one bite from them.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Like a summer and a half ago, maybe, Lemmy
Up in Marshall.
Yep. She got covered.
That was so bad.
She had gone out of the pool. She was playing by this old doghouse. And we were like, come on, Lem, come on. And I walked into the building to get something. Rusty was still outside. People were outside.
Yep.
And all of a sudden they said she just started screaming and she was covered. She got 42 fire ant bites.
Yeah,
and then I lost count because there were just so many.
Yeah.
And so I'm like calling my nurse friends like, do I take her to the hospital? Do I give her EpiPen? Like, what do I do? Because I just read a story the week before of this little kid who got covered in fire ant bites and died from the allergic reaction. So and you know my anxiety with my children. So I was freaking out. And they're like, well, if she's doing better and not crying, I'm like, yeah, she only cried like initially. They're like, then she's probably fine. Just keep her on Benadryl for like 10 days and like at night at least so she can not itch and go to sleep. And if she seems like super duper itchy, do more. But no, by like the next day, she was fine.
Oh, nice.
I was like, thank God you're not like me because that would drive me nuts. And then you'll be like my feet. I have so many scars all over the tops of my feet and my ankles.
Yep.
Oh, I hate them.
Yep.
They're the one thing I'm like, why did God invent them? They don't need to be here.
You know what I heard? Love bugs are man-made. They were for birds to eat. They were like scientifically invented, you know?
Really?
Yep. And then
where'd you hear that?
I think Pat told us.
Did you Google it? See if it's true?
No, but I will now.
It's on the internet. It must be true. No, love bugs were not created in a lab.
Oh.
The belief that they were engineered by the University of Florida to control mosquitoes is a popular urban legend.
Oh.
They are a natural instinct that migrated from Central America. Pat.
You're wrong.
Love proving people wrong.
Makes sense.
Kayla's like, yeah, I believe it.
That's cool.
To feed birds.
Yeah. Well, it's nice because they don't like bite you or really
bother
and
they're called love bugs because they connect butts and fly together like this.
Yeah.
Having sex. So they should be called sex bugs.
Yep.
But they're called love bugs.
Keith's dad calls them F bugs, but like says the whole thing.
I like that.
I know, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think this is a good point to end it because we got crap to do, folks.
Yep. Life is life and
life be life and hard for us.
So literally from our chaos to yours.
Remember, you're doing better than you think you are, and you're probably funnier too. Bye-bye.
Bye.